Well, good evening, children of the night, and welcome to Tarot Nights with the Hanged Empress. This week is our collective quarter, and what a fantastic quarter it is, being a Scorpio quarter moon, waning from our micro moon into our super blue moon of intensities. It's been fun. It's been a lot of fun. It's been hard. It's been painful, but in a lot of good ways. So I'm pretty excited to get into our collective reads. Collective reads are for the spirit. They are not for the tools. Our astrology is our tools, and they are handy indeed, but this is our time to come together and get a little bit of encouragement for the spirit to carry on with our journey, because if you're journeying, it's going to be hard. Also, forgive the look. I had to take a shower before I got into this. I was definitely going to do this at night with the heat wave rolling through. It's just been a lot of intense energies, and I wasn't going to try to do it in the heat of the day. Way too much energy, for sure. But guess what? It's nighttime, and it's not any cooler. So this is what we have. That's okay. I want to get into our cards, but this hangman has been calling out to me the entire time that I was shuffling. Just kept showing its face. So I left it sitting on top of the deck, and I left it sitting on this side, and I went to pick up the deck to start this and fell right out, and I was like, okay, fine, we're starting with the hangman, but we got this side. So that is a lovely energy to start with, especially in a Scorpio waxing transformation type energy, looking at things from a new perspective, thinking in terms of attachment and detachment. So it's very good vibes. I like it. I'll roll with that. Let's see what else is coming in. A King of Cups. A level of mastery over emotions, I think, is what we can expect to see out of our new perspective. And I can certainly agree. Perspectives have changed. A lot has changed in even a short amount of time. And it's kind of amazing how that happens, isn't it? We're just gonna shake that up a little bit. Needed it. And a little more. That Magician, though. No, Wheel of Fortune. Maybe I saw the Magician and then the Wheel of Fortune. Poking its face out. And a Page of Cups. Came out sideways. Not upright, not reversed. Stagnant. We have a King of Cups and a Page of Cups, and the Page is stagnant. His water is not moving. His emotions are not flowing. We have the Empress, and behind her, the Queen of Wands. Both of them are looking somewhere else, looking into spirit, connecting with nature, but certainly not involved at all, or not involving themselves at all with this Knight of Cups or Page of Cups energy. The youth and the old man. different stages, for sure. Also, just a lot of people involved. There's a lot of people involved in this. Perhaps bringing together these energies. The Two of Wands also came out sideways. The Empress and the Queen were also just a little bit turned, but I'm going to keep them upright. I feel like they are not acting, but they are not acting in ways that are being seen. But that Two of Wands is it's almost a little bit of hesitation or impatience. More impatience, perhaps, with the stagnation of this initiation of coming forward with that cup. Are we doing some love reads or what? Alright. So we have the Star. And that energy is standing over a Five of Cups, a Nine of Swords, Four of Pentacles, and the Tower. So, what we have here, just to reiterate a little bit more clearly, is we have spilled cups, lack of emotional connection. We have fear driving our words, and we have stinginess and hoarding our physical possessions, not sharing those things. And that is all adding up to a big old crash and burn situation. Funny bee, these two sit beside the Wheel of Fortune in this deck. Which is kind of a call to a closing of a cycle with this situation. But we have a little bit of guidance through all of this. We have the Star looking over us. We have the Chariot pushing us forward, causing us to move. It is, if you can see here, that path behind the Chariot is breaking up behind them as they go. They can't go back. They can't go back to this. You can't go back. The universe won't let you. The Star won't let you. The following energies are still feelings of lack, not having quite enough in our pockets, and also feeling a bit guarded, especially when it comes to opening up to people, which again is causing some hesitation and impatience on both sides of these scenarios and situations. I feel like all of these parties are experiencing all of these things in different but the same kind of ways. And I think that's why all of this influence is out here. Lovers is sitting on the top of the deck. So we are talking partnerships, we are talking teammates, we are talking soul family, or even your direct lover, a partner for you. But again, it's almost kind of a group thing at the same time. There's a lot of people coming together in this, and they're all coming from a lot of struggle, strife, and stress. But the one thing that all of these people have in common, whether they are actively engaging or not, they all have that initial spark, that fire spirit, that willingness to try. And if you are feeling bogged down, hesitant, or impatient in this time, I would look to that. Of all of the major influences here, everything else is working with you. What you need to do as your part is be this page. Allow yourself to be the novice, to be new, and to be willing to take a risk. To be willing to put yourself out there. Ace of Cups. To bring in that new journey, new emotional fulfillment, a better way of going about achieving emotional fulfillment. And working together is definitely a theme that I'm seeing here as well. Again, there's a lot of people here. There's a lot of people in this environment. So even if we are talking about two specific people who are trying to come together, there is a lot of influences around them that do need the attention and can make you feel like you are just a little bit tied up, bouncing back and forth between all of these things. But while you're hanging up there, take notice of how everything looks when you're hanging upside down. It's a whole new perspective. It's a whole new world. It can be whatever you want it to be. You can turn it whichever way you want it to. Ooh, that was fun. It was good. Yeah. Hermit says it's time. Time to close it up. Call it good. Call it good. It's late. It's hot. Ice cold shower did nothing. I tell you. Nothing. Something or other, Schumann resonance. I have to look into that yet. But that's what I got for you there. Alright, let's get into our Queen of the Moon oracles. Close us out. A little bit of advice to keep us going through all of this. Because it's a bunch of crazy. It's a bunch of crazy nonsense. It is of epic proportions, even. But, you know, you wouldn't be here if you weren't making an epic story. So let it be epic. Let it be simple where it needs to be simple. Ride the ride. That's all we can do anyways, isn't it? Moon Oracle agrees. Hangman wanted to come with this. The Hangman is really just, again, very much wanting attention right now. So, just one more time for all the kids at home. We see you, Hangman. I get it. Thank you. You are very important. It's true. Alright, resilience. We've seen this one. It's a good card, though. Where are we going? 21. Alright. Making mistakes builds resilience. I have learned lessons from the mistakes that I have made. I stand strong. I am an adult, and I act with self-responsibility. As we stretch and expand towards our intentions, we will most likely meet resistance, or, wait for it, make mistakes, or fail altogether. This is where resilience, confidence, and our inner will come to play. We might ask ourselves, how much do we really want what we are going for? Does what we want align with our needs and values? Are we really devoted to having it? Do we think that we are enough? Do we have the strength to keep going? While all of us at some time have to go through periods of imbalance and difficulty, even of suffering, it is important we learn and grow and rely on our resilience. This is true power from the inside out, building our reserves of resilience. This ability to stand strong and bounce back is something that at its heart, wisdom and learning taken from experience. At its heart is wisdom and learning taken from experience. Having resilience allows us the solidity and yet the freedom to grow and to take that leap into the next level. It allows us to reach higher with a stability that makes things less risky and allows us to create with a bit more pleasure. Remember, mistakes are simply information gathering. That's it. The less drama and guilt and shame you attach to them, the better. The learning experience of failure or mistakes is simply one of learning. That is all. As we move around the lunar cycle and in life, we can see how things may have occurred before and that we have experience in how to handle them. Even if we don't have direct experience, we can build resilience as an insurance policy against being devastated by the opinions of others. While someone might say something nasty about us, when we compare this to what we know to be true about ourselves, it is truly no great hurt and really just a piece of information gathering. Did I tell you or did I tell you? Perfect card for us. Absolutely. Hold on to resilience. Remember that through all of this, it is making you stronger. It is making you a better person. If you can learn from your mistakes and continue to grow, which is all we're all really here to do in the first place. So don't be afraid that you're gonna fuck up like you have a million other times, because you might, and you might learn a little bit more and get yourself a little closer, and you might actually hit it this time. So give it a shot and try to keep an open perspective on everything that's coming through. Allow yourself to be new. Allow yourself to be a little bit unlearned in a situation, because that gives you room to grow. Thank you all so much for coming for our collective corner. I had a fabulous time doing this, as I always do, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.